It's Lando Motion. We're here with TRSHY. Let's talk some trash. Ooh, this is crazy. I thought this was gonna be the one that they asked me too. It said, have you ever been cheated on? Yes. I got been cheated on a lot of times, but the last one was like the worst one. So I've been rapping. Last year at this time of the year, it was like March 10th, 11th. I went to South by Southwest, and of course I left my girl in town. So I went out there by myself. I do South by Southwest, and when I come home, find out she cheated on me. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's what makes it crazy is because I didn't find out from her, but dude texts me like, do you know her? I'm like, dang, okay. So she must have been, and like, you know, she probably told him whatever. I'm gonna be real, like at that time, I was loyal. For sure, but it is what it is. I ain't doing no trip, I'm not taking my L. I mean, yeah, she could say that. She could say that, I guess. I mean, I wasn't doing too much though, I was truly chilling. But to let a dude text me, like my phone and have my number, that's crazy. That's disrespectful.
Would you ever take her back?
Would I? Nah, never, never, never. We don't play those type games. That's dead. Without saying what the category is, name your top 5. Jada Chiefs, for sure. Lotto Bad. Who else we finna go with? Shoot my shot. Can I check my phone right quick? Can I look at like see who I? All right, cool. Let me just see who I follow. I don't really like nobody else. I'm not gonna say I don't like nobody else, but ain't nobody else come to my mind. I ain't gonna lie, cause that's what came to my mind when y'all said top 5. I ain't gonna lie, I was like top 5. I know who I'm thinking about. I can give you the top 2. Yeah, I can't think of nothing else. I ain't gonna lie, that's about the only 2 I can think of. Worst date I ever been on. All right, so it was my birthday. This girl was like, you wanna go out to eat with the woo woo? So I'm like, yeah. I'm like, cool. So when we get there, we get to the hotel, the restaurant, or whatever. And I kinda like, her vibe was weird, like, just weird. Like, she really, I don't know, like it kinda gave me the vibe, like, yeah, it's your birthday, but I want you to take me out. I wasn't really rocking with that. I kinda, eased away off of that, for real. But that was like the worst one, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't tripping on that, but it just like, I don't know, twin. You gotta spend some type of cheese over here. I spend too much cheese, you gotta spend something. The most a girl ever did for me, probably like, buy me some shoes or a hoodie or something. Probably the Max, yeah, some J's or something, yeah. Looking forward, I don't really want no girl to do nothing for me because I can do everything myself. But I mean, to show some companionship and show some love, you feel me? However she do that, that's just all I want, for real. I ain't doing no trip. The most disrespectful thing someone has ever done to you. Going back to earlier, letting the nigga get my number, that's disrespectful, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Like, I be thinking about that from time to time. I ain't even gonna lie. I be like, damn, she really did that. But it is what it is. I think that's probably the one of the most disrespectful though, for sure. This is the get back. Like, Lando Motion going up is the get back. Like, you see this, she see this. You feel me? What's a hidden talent? So I cut hair. I'm a cold barber, you feel me? I cut hair and I used to sell shoes, you feel me? So I ain't gonna lie, I got a couple hidden talents. If you know me, you know I cut hair. I even cut a lot of people, like a lot of my friends, a lot of people I know, a lot of people that probably listen to my music. I cut their hair before. Like before I was rapping and before I was doing all that, I was just cutting hair. Yeah, I cut my own hair sometimes though, like, cause I don't like the little hairs be all in my room, in my little sink, after you cut your hair, I don't like cleaning all that up. So I just go to the barber. My homeboy. I agree because I was a barber, so I understand their pain. Like you paying $300-400 for a clipper, so you kind of need to make that money. I don't get taxed for a haircut, so I can't really like relate, but I definitely do understand the prices. Like if I was to be cutting hair, I'd be cutting for 50 and 60 right now. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'd be charging 50, 60. For real. And I'd just be lying like, yeah, it's clean, bro. You tripping, bro. That's hard. That's live. In my head, I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shit fucked up. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I had a few people like they looking in the mirror, like you gotta lie to them, like, bro, you tripping, bro. You good, fool. He looking in the mirror like. That'd be funny, I ain't gonna lie. What's the most embarrassing thing that your parents have ever done? My mom, I was getting in trouble at school, so my mama took all my shoes and went to Fiesta, which is like the dollar store pretty much, and bought me like a couple pair of them shoes and made me go to school with them. So I feel like that's the most embarrassing thing like she could have ever did. Like that hurt me for real. What grade? 7th grade, like right when it started to matter, like, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, that was live. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I used to call them soccer shoes. Like, look like you go play soccer in them. I couldn't do it. The brokest thing you ever done. I'm gonna be real. I was like 16, I had my first job, bro. I needed some work shoes, bro. I stole them. I went to Family Dollar and I stole them. I ain't gonna lie. And the funny thing is, I got caught. I almost went to jail. Shout out to my sister though, cause she was there and she came and got me, so I was straight. I was working at like a barbecue spot, but I wasn't really making no money. Like, I think this was around the time where mama was taking my shoes, I mean, taking my money. So I didn't really have no money, and I was like, nah, I need some work shoes, keep working. I went to Walmart, and I switched the shoes. I took off the old ones, I put the new ones on. I tried to walk out the door. Hey, yeah, come here. Come here. Oh God, yeah, they did on me. The worst thing that anyone has told you in bed. I was talking to this shorty, and we was talking for a while. Like, I ain't gonna lie, a little minute. And I know, okay, so I ain't never nutted her. So one day she was trying to get me to nut her. So, and I told her, I was like, nah. So I lied. I was like, yeah, I nutted in you. And she was like, no, you didn't. And I'm like, how you know? Like, how you know? She was like, I can feel it. But like, what made me like wary about that is because I used to lie to her all the time and be like, oh yeah, I nutted in you. Like, so it means that somebody else did that and you knew how it felt, cause I never did that. You get what I mean? Like, so somebody else was doing that to you for you to know, like, okay, yeah, I know how I feel. Like, cause I ain't never did that to you. I stopped talking to her after that. That was over with. Oh God. A small convenience that can ruin your day. I say like when I wake up and I don't follow my routine. Like if I don't go hit the gym when I wake up, I ain't gonna lie, my day probably ain't gonna be as productive. You know, I might just be lazy or something, chilling at the crib. But when I get up and I hit the gym and it's like I'm rolling, I'm on, I'm going. So yeah, I would say like that can ruin my day for sure. Not going to the gym in the morning. I only spend like an hour. You feel me? Like sometimes I do 45, 50 minutes if I got something to do, but I typically spend like an hour. Nah, I ain't doing none of that. I mean, I lift, I bench here and there, you know, I do pull-ups, I run. I just do simple stuff though. I ain't in there trying to like, you know what I'm saying, look crazy. I ain't doing all that. Nah, that ain't me. It's Lando motion, and if it ain't trash, it's trash.